As you know, First Down Playbook has taken the months of May and June, and we're just reviewing our youth football offensive formations and our defensive schemes. Today we want to take a look at a formation we call tight wishbone. And as you can see, we've got a lot of plays in here, run and pass, a very good selection. And you can also see that we've got three backs in the backfield along with two tight ends. Now, anytime you get three backs in the backfield, you're going to be in a situation to where you're going to have a great opportunity to run some option type plays. And we're going to take a look at what we call the dive option here. And we also have taken into account the age of the players, meaning we have tried to make this a version of the option that is very, very simple, because we're talking about 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds here. And if you're not careful, you can make it too complex, and if you're including the pitch in this, you can have the ball on the ground, and you never want that. So this is what, once again, we call the dive option, and this is how we teach it. We're just going to look for a double team, the first player inside of what we call the read key. The read key will be the first player on the line of scrimmage. Now, the big thing you want to do here is you want to make sure you secure the edge, and the Y or the tight end can come off, and they will not be blocking really the front side linebacker, but you want to come off on an angle to where you can get that backside backer as he scrapes over the top. Now, here's what's going on in the backfield. The two back is going to take a path on the outside of the read key. The read key doesn't know that this two back's not loading him. So as the two back approaches the read key may actually widen because of this. The two back will pass him up and load the first linebacker inside. Now, the three back will take a pitch course. You may not even have the pitch as part of your game plan, but it's important that the three back really stay in pitch phase and get out here and be a great actor, because that corner has to respect the fact that you may pitch it. Now, the one back and the four back, or the full back, the four back is going to take a course directly outside of the double team in this situation right here. And the one or the quarterback is going to read what the read key does. If the read key widens with your load back here, then you're going to hand it to the four back. And if the read key crashes inside, then the quarterback's going to keep it and stay outside of the load. So once again, just trying to keep it very simple. Now, with First Down Playbook, we draw it up against different looks. Let's take a look at what we call a 4-4 split. All right, same thing. Now your tight end really doesn't have anybody in the C gap here to block, so they'll just release, come off on that number two backer inside, and really everybody else has the same responsibilities. Now, if you get a situation to where they play inside eye on your tight end, what we call a 7 technique, the way we've done it here is we're just arcing that tight end outside for the front side linebacker. All right. Now, one final look here is with an odd front, it would be the same thing. You're double teaming and reading the outside guy. Now, really quickly, the plays that you run to marry with that, we'll go down, take a look right here. We call it quarterback load. And I'm not going to go through all of this like I did the dive option there, but if you run the quarterback load, meaning the quarterback is going to keep the ball here, that four back is going to hit it and just really try to get tackled and maybe work up next level to pick off a linebacker here. But this is purely a quarterback around the edge. But once again, this player right here, the backer who was the read key in that dive option, doesn't know that. And so if they start crashing down inside, you can come right back and call this quarterback load. And then we also have some play actions off of that. And we'll look to find one of them right here, because what you're going to have, and here's a option pass strong is what we're calling it. The defense will more than likely start getting defenders up on the line of scrimmage, and so you can run that same action, have your quarterback just step off, and try to hit your tight end who has an opportunity to get behind the defense who is playing the option. If something happens and the tight end is not open, then you can throw that ball out to your 3-back or your quarterback and just tuck it and run. But anyway, there's the fourth offensive formation in our youth football section that we're calling, once again, tight wishbone. And we'll come back in and we'll get to all 12 youth football formations. They're up here they're down here in the bottom left. And you can see we're on the tight wishbone. We'll come back and talk about shoot next week.